So this was the problem we had started last class. That is, problem is a Carnot engine draws heat from a reservoir. The problem now we explain that is a Carnot heat engine draws heat from a reservoir. Okay, at a temperature T1 and reject heat to and the reservoir T3. T1 and T3. So the Carnot forward cycle, that is a Carnot forward cycle, which drives a Carnot reverse heat engine. The work done, a forward Carnot cycle will reject the work. The work done for a Carnot forward engine is to outside. So that outside releasing that work is used by a reverse Carnot engine for working. Okay. The Carnot forward cycle drives a Carnot reverse heat engine or refrigerator, which absorbs heat from a reservoir T2 and reject temperature to T3 itself. Okay, T1 and T2 value is given. That is, I drawn the figure like this. That is a particular heat engine, a reverse heat engine, a reverse heat engine draws air from T1 and it is given to T3, first part. And also the work done from this particular heat engine. And also, it also that work done is drives and to work for a Carnot a reverse engine or refrigerator, which is absorbing heat from a temperature T2 and reject into T3. So this is the figure. It is given you a question. So here we are writing the value. You want to find the value. The question is to find the value of T3, temperature T3, such that heat supplied to engine Q1 is equal to heat supplied to refrigerator Q2. Q1 equal to Q2. Second question is efficiency of Carnot engine and COP of refrigerator. Okay, so T1 and T2 is given. So we know that efficiency of a heat engine is given as efficiency of heat engine ET efficiency is equal to W by Q1. W by Q1. W here W is Q1 minus Q2. Q1 minus Q2. So here Q1 minus Q2 is not there, but Q1 minus Q1 dash is there. Q2 is here from T2. So Q1 minus Q1 dash by Q1 is also can be written as T1 minus T3 by T1. As I said that the temperature, the heat transfer, it can be directly can be related to temperature. Either Q1 equal to T1, Q2 equal to T2, Q3 equal to T3, etc. So here temperature here it is T3 Q. So corresponding to Q1 dash. So we are writing T1 minus T3 by T1, and from here W equal to Q1 into T1 minus T3 by T1. Also COP refrigeration, we know the equation as Q2 by W. Okay, Q2 by W. Here Q2 is Q2 itself, and temperature is corresponding to Q2 is T2. Work done here it is W1 double dash minus Q2. W1 double dash minus Q2, and that temperature is T3 here and T2 here. Related temperature T3 and related temperature T2. So we are writing the particular equation it is, and here also W equal to, we are writing the equation for W equal to W Carnot equal to W equal to the T3 minus T2 by T2 into Q2. This equation, and by the equation Moribaka, other equation. That is no W equal to. So we get a both equation, right? We get a two equation, that W Carnot equal to S A equation and W Carnot again also equal to both equation. So 1 and 2 is, so equate the both to find the our 1 and 2 value. First question is to find the first question is to find the temperature T3, right? Temperature T3. So from 1 and 2, this equation from 1 and 2 equate the equation 1 and 2, that is W Carnot equal to W Carnot. So equate the equation, that is T1 minus T3 divided by T1 into Q1 equal to Q2 into T3 minus T2 by T2. That's the equation. The same equation, we have written the same equation which we has written and equating the equation. So here please change the equation in the form of Q2 by Q1. Please change the particular equation in the form of Q2 by Q1. Okay, please change the particular equation in the form of Q2 by Q1. That is Q2 by Q1. Please change the equation Q2 by Q1. Q2 by Q1 equal to Q2 divided by Q1. So the equation ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വരും അല്ലേ, T1 minus T3 divided by T1 divided by T3 minus T2 divided by T2, right? So we can also write the equation like this. We can take the reciprocal of the equation and we can write it as T1 minus T3 divided by T1 into T2 divided by T3 minus T2. Very good. We are taking reciprocal. We are taking the particular equation upward and taking reciprocal. Okay. So we can also write this equation as, we can also change the equation as like T2 by T1. All equations are in multiplication form. So we can also write the equation as T1 and T2. This single and the other T1 minus T3 divided by T3 minus T2. Okay. The equation Q2 by Q1 equal to T2 by T1 into T1 minus T3 by T3 minus T2. So what is Q2 by Q1? What is Q2 by Q1? It is given in your question Q1 equal to Q2. Like first question, temperature T3 such that heat supplied to engine Q1 is equal to heat absorbed by reservoir Q2. That is Q1 equal to Q2. It is given in your problem. So Q1 equal to Q2 means Q2 by Q1 equal to 1. Like Q2 equal to Q1 ആണ്. So equation we can write 1 equal to 1 equal to. So Q2 by Q1 equal to 1. Please write down Q2 by Q1 equal to 1. Therefore 1 equal to, the equation can be written as 1 equal to T2 by T1 into T1 minus T3 by T3 minus T2. So the only unknown value here it is T3. T1 is given, T2 is given, right? T1 is given and T2 is given. T1 is given, T2 is given, and only value you want to find out is T3. So please find the value. Like T2 by T1, please give the value. That is T2 by T1 means 300 by 600. T2 by T1, 300 by 600. 300 by 600. 300 by 600 into 600 minus T3 divided by T3 minus 300. So solve it. 300 by 600 is 3 by 6. 1 by 2. 1 by 2. So take the 1 by 2 that here. 1 by 2 take the 2 1 by 2, that is 1 equal to 1 by 2 into 600 minus T3 divided by T3 divided minus 300. So take the 2 other side. So you will get 2 equal to 600 minus T3 divided by T3 minus 300. Okay. Again, take denominator in the right side. Take the denominator on the other side. 2 into T3 minus 300 equal to 600 minus T3, and solve the equation to find the value of T3. Solve the equation to find the value of T3. Solve the equation to find the value of T3. That is, we'll get the equation as 233 minus 600. 2T3 minus 600 equal to 600 minus T3, right? So take the T3 here. Take T3 in the other side and 600 to other side. 600 to the side and T3 to left side. So we will get 2T3 plus T3, that is 3T3. Like T3 equal to 600 plus 600, 1200. Therefore T3 equal to 1200 divided by 3, that is 400 Kelvin. Okay. This is the way to find the value of T3. That is first. Enada? Endada?
Okay, sir.
Okay അല്ലേ?
Yes.
Okay, ശരി. ഇപ്പൊ T3 കിട്ടി. അപ്പൊ അടുത്ത ഉത്തരം കാണാം. T3. So next question is to find the value of efficiency of Carnot engine and coefficient of COP value. efficiency of Carnot engine and COP refrigerator. So efficiency of Carnot engine is given as efficiency of Carnot engine is known as efficiency of Carnot engine. എന്താണ് T1 minus T3 divided by T1. T1 minus T3 divided by T1 that we have written here. T1 minus T3 divided by T1. Efficiency of heat Carnot engine, that is T1 minus T3 by T1, and COP refrigerator is T2 by T3 minus T2. Okay, all the values given. All the values given. T1 is given, T3 is given, and T2 is given. So find the value of COP, efficiency of heat engine, and coefficient of refrigerator by the equation. It is T1 is 600 minus 400 divided by 600. It is 0.3333, that is 33.3%. And COP of refrigerator is T2 by 33 minus T2, that is 300 divided by 400 minus 300, that is 3. Okay, 300 by 100, 3 by 1, 3. Coefficient of performance is 3 and efficiency is 33.3% or 0.33. So that is the method to find the value of particular that equation. Okay. So next part of our module is to find what is entropy. We are arriving, or we are moving to next topic, that is entropy. So what is entropy means? Entropy. What is entropy simply means? Entropy. Entropy. Entropy is simply it is the function of a quantity of heat which shows the possibility of conversion of that heat into work. It is a function of a quantity of heat. It is a function of a heat or a quantity of heat which shows the possibility of conversion of that particular heat into work. Okay, again, I'll explain it. That is, entropy is a function of quantity of heat which shows the possibility of conversion of that heat into work. ഒരു ഹീറ്റിന്റെ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റിയാണ്, അത് വർക്കായി മാറുന്നതിന്റെ പോസിബിലിറ്റിയാണ് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ഇഫ് ദ ഇൻക്രീസ് ഇൻ എൻട്രോപ്പി ഈസ് സ്മോൾ, the particular entropy value we can be shown increasing entropy or decreasing entropy. We cannot show a particular value of entropy here. We can show the increase in entropy or decrease in entropy, that is change in entropy. But an increase in entropy is small when heat is added at high temperature, and increase in entropy is higher when heat is added in lower temperature. Thus, for maximum entropy value, there is a minimum availability of conversion into work. And for minimum entropy value, there is a maximum availability of conversion into work. Near opposite. Okay. That is, change in entropy is higher. Change in entropy is higher when that particular heat is added at a lower temperature. And change in entropy is small when that particular heat is at higher temperature. Okay, temperature change. That particular value, entropy is the process or quantity of work. That is a function of work. Is a function of quantity of work. Function of quantity of work, which shows the possibility of conversion of that particular heat into work. So heat and function of quantity of heat, which shows the possibility of conversion of heat into work. When change in entropy is lower. Change in entropy lower when heat added at higher temperature. Okay, then same value is higher when heat is added at a lower temperature. Okay, that is, so maximum entropy, there is a minimum availability for conversion into work. So maximum entropy, minimum ability of conversion into work. And minimum entropy value means the maximum conversion into work. Okay, that is a term called the particular entropy. And we have to find the analysis of entropy and what is the equation for entropy, what change in entropy. So what are the values of entropy in the case of particular closed system and open system? A simple നമ്മൾ അറിയുന്ന values of derivation. Okay, so entropy. So what is the process? What is the equation for entropy? So for entropy, the particular equation for entropy is dq by t. dq by t. ts equal to dq by t. It is change in entropy, ds. Change in entropy, ds. We are taking the particular entropy equation into, we are choosing that particular, and enthalpy is denoted by h. Enthalpy is denoted by h, and entropy is denoted by s. Enthalpy is denoted by h and entropy is denoted by s. So change in entropy, ds equal to dq by t. dq is change in heat transfer and T is the absolute temperature. Okay, T is the absolute temperature. Change in temperature is denoted by ds, that is S2 minus S1. S2 minus S1 is also called as ds. It is denoted by ds equal to dq by t. So what is dq by t means? What's dq by t? Well, dq by t is arrived from a particular theorem called Closey's theorem. Closey's theorem എന്നുള്ള theoremത്തിനാണ് dq by t equal to 0 എന്നുള്ള ഇക്വേഷനിലേക്ക് വരുന്നത്. dq by t is a particular value that is arrived from a particular theorem called Closey's theorem or Closey's inequality എന്ന് പറയും. Closey's inequality or Closey's theorem. So what is Closey's inequality here? What is Closey's inequality? So that is the particular term you want to study after studying the Closey's theorem. Closey's statement പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. Closey's statement. So Closey's statement കൂടെ തന്നെ പഠിക്കുന്ന term ആണ് Closey's inequality. So Closey's inequality simply says that it's a complex term ആണ്, that is says that we know that for a reversible engine, the efficiency is maximum. Efficiency is maximum for a reversible engine. That particular higher efficiency is obtained. Higher efficiency of a reversible engine is obtained by the heat transfer. Between two reservoir, that is T1 and T2, right? T1 and T2, that is two reservoir, and a particular reversible engine is there. So reversible engine book maximum efficiency when heat is transferred from a lower temperature to higher temperature, or between the heat transfer between the higher temperature and lower temperature, right? Two reservoir ഉണ്ടാകും പാടുള്ളൂ, and one may be higher temperature and one be lower temperature. That is the setup. And there is a reversible engine, and that efficiency of particular reverse engine is maximum when heat is transferred between higher temperature and lower temperature. So what will be occur when there is a third reservoir is there? When there is a third or more than two reservoir is there? When there are more than two reservoir occur, the efficiency, the particular heat transfer between the intermediate, when there occur an intermediate reservoir, the particular heat transfer rate reduces, and the efficiency of heat engine, reversible engine, reduces. Okay, when the efficiency is maximum only when there is a heat transfer between the two reservoirs, that is one is higher and one is lower. Okay, so when there is a particular intermediate reservoir or more number of reservoirs other than that two, it resists the maximum heat transfer rate, and it reduces the efficiency of particular heat engine, reversible heat engine. Okay, so when there occur a more than one reservoir, that reservoir can be treated as another heat engine. That particular engine, particular heat additionally added reservoir can be also treated at a heat engine at a particular absolute temperature T0, receiving heat from absolute temperature T0. That is, and there is a particular intermediate reservoir we can treat that particular reservoir as a engine, heat engine. which receives heat from a absolute temperature T naught. Okay, that is a particular theorem of Clausius theorem or Clausius inequality equation എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിലേക്ക് വരികയാണ്. Okay, first there is a particular system that receives heat from a high temperature and receives to low temperature, that is normal engine, heat engine, that occur at a temperature of with a particular range of temperature T plus delta T, anything we can take. dq is heat transfer. For a small system, dq is heat transfer dq, and for at a temperature T, temperature is dq and it occurs at temperature T. It is a normal heat engine. So when additional reservoir occur, we can treat that particular heat reservoir in the form of a heat engine. Heat engine convert ചെയ്യാം. That is additional heat reservoir വരുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ we can convert that particular reservoir കൂടി നടുക്ക് വരുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ we can convert that reservoir into a heat engine which receives heat from a absolute temperature T naught. T1 and T2 അല്ല, absolute temperature T naught to a T. Okay, this is a reversible heat engine, so the work done will be dWr. Here work done is dW. Small, for a small system, the work done will be not W, this dW. That heat transfer rate is dq, and for here for a reversible heat engine we can additional ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ അത് reversible heat engine കൂടി add ചെയ്യുന്നു. Okay, we can treat that particular reservoir into a reversible heat engine ആയിട്ട് convert ചെയ്യാം. We can treat that particular reservoir into a reversible heat engine, and that Q will be work done will be d of Wr. Okay, അതാണ് Clausius theorem. So we can write for a first system AB, for a first normal system, we consider that according to first law of thermodynamics, for a cyclic process, heat transfer equal to work transfer. Or we can say dq minus dw equal to 0. Cyclic dq equal to dw1. Cyclic of dq equal to cyclic of dw. Okay, cyclic of dq equal to cyclic of dw1. So when cyclic of total dq minus dw equal to 0, total heat transfer equal to total work transfer, and that value will become 0. Right. So it is in the case of first system, normal system for a heat engine. Okay, and if the second case occur, that is when additional reservoir occur and we are converting that particular reservoir into a heat.
Sir, current വേണ്ട ചാർജ് കയറാനായി ഫോണിന്റെ.
എങ്ങനെടാ?
ചാർജ് കയറാനായി കറണ്ട് വേണ്ട.
കറണ്ട് പോയിനോ?
ആ, ചാർജില്ല ഫോണിന്. അല്ല എന്റെ.
ഓക്കെ, നീ എന്നാ വാട്സാപ്പിൽ മെസ്സേജ് ഇടുക.
ഓക്കെ,
എനിക്കൊരു വാട്സാപ്പ് മെസ്സേജ് അടിച്ച് വെക്കോ. ശരി, അപ്പം അതുകൊണ്ട് സോ dq മൈനസ് dw ഈക്വൽ ടു 0 എന്നുള്ള ഇക്വേഷൻ ഒന്നാമത്തെ കേസ്. So second case, consider the engine replacing the reservoir and apply second law. We are applying second law for the particular second case. We are applying second law, or we can write the particular equation as cycle as here dq minus here എന്താണ് വർക്ക് ഉള്ളത്? dWr ആണ്. dWr. Okay, less than or equal to 0. That is, now consider the engine replacing the reservoir and apply second law to the new process. If these two system is not a പുതിയ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ സിസ്റ്റം, ഒരു PMM2 എന്ന മെഷീൻ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലേ? PMM2, that is perpetual motion machine for a second kind. That is, it is an impossible. That is heat receiving from a single reservoir. Convert that particular whole receiver into a single reservoir, and heat and transfer happening for a single reservoir only. എത്തുന്ന മാത്രം ഹീറ്റ് എടുത്ത് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഒറ്റ എഞ്ചിനായിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത് അതൊരിക്കലും പോസിബിൾ അല്ല എന്നാണ് PMM2 പറയുന്നത്. അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു മെഷീനാണ് PMM2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് PMM2 ഇസ് എ ഇമ്പോസിബിൾ മെഷീൻ. സോ ഐദർ ഇത് അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഈ ഇക്വേഷൻ ആണ് വരിക. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങളത് കാര്യമായിട്ട് ബൈഹാർട്ട് ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യമൊന്നുമില്ല. അവസാനത്തെ ഇക്വേഷൻ മാത്രം പഠിച്ചാൽ മതി. ഈ കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കി വെച്ചാൽ മാത്രം മതി. സോ ക്വസ്റ്റനിക്കാർ വൈ നമ്മൾ ഫോർ ദ ലാസ്റ്റ് സെഷൻ വി ഹാവ് ഡിസ്കസ് അബൌട്ട് ദാറ്റ് പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ absolute thermic temperature scale, right? Absolute thermodynamic temperature scale, that is Kelvin scale. അതിൽ ഇക്വേഷൻ പഠിച്ചിരുന്നു. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എന്തായിരുന്നു? ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് T/T reference equal to 2/Q reference. T/T reference equal to Q by reference, and we can find the T value as T equal to T reference into Q by Q reference, and we are taking the Q reference as 273.15 or Kelvin scale temperature. So for here, according to that particular thermodynamic absolute thermal temperature scale, we can write the equation as dWr by dQ equal to dWr temperature is T0 minus T. Here from T0 to system T on T0 to T. T0 minus T, and dQ temperature is only T. dQ temperature is only T. So we can relate the heat transfer directly to temperature. So dW delta of W work done R equal to T0 minus T, and delta Q equal to symbol T. So T0 minus T by T. So that is the equation 3. By combining the three equation, എങ്ങനെയാണ് കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഒരുപാട് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ഉണ്ട് പറയുന്നില്ല. By combining the equation, we can write the particular equation as T0 into cyclic process delta Q by T equal to 0. Equal to 0, less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0. So T0 is the absolute temperature value. T0 is the absolute temperature value. And absolute temperature value, absolute temperature value will never become 0. Absolute temperature value will never become 0. Absolute temperature value will never become, that is T0 will never be equal to 0. So the value efficiency of cycle dQ by T less than or equal to 0. This is the Clausius inequality. That is for a cyclic process, reversible engine, cyclic for reversible engine, sigma dQ by T equal to 0. And for irreversible engine, sigma of dQ by T less than or equal to 0. So the random combine this equation less than or equal to 0. For a random cyclic process, reversible engine, we can write the EQ by T equal to 0, and reversible engine delta EQ by T less than or equal to 0. So this term is entropy by Clausius theorem. By Clausius theorem, we are taking the particular equation in entropy. That is dQ by T equal to 0 for reversible engine. For reversible engine, dQ by T equal to 0 or delta Q by T equal to 0. For reversible engine, what is Clausius inequality? What is inequality? That is when a more number of reservoirs is added, we can change the whole reservoir into a single reversible heat engine, and we can write the particular equation for a reversible heat engine as of cyclic process dQ by T equal to 0. dQ is the heat transfer rate for a small volume, and T is the absolute temperature. And for irreversible engine, sigma of dQ by T less than equal to 0. Less than 0. That is the Clausius theorem or Clausius inequality. Okay. For reversible process, we studied that for reversible process, for a cyclic reversible process, dQ by T equal to 0. dQ by T equal to 0. This is the main equation for a particular what is entropy, dQ by T. dQ by T is equation for a entropy. So for proving that the particular entropy is not a path function, it is a point function. Entropy is a point function, it is not a path function. So how to prove that entropy is a point function, not a path function? So for that, I am drawing a particular figure for a cyclic process. I am drawing a cyclic process 1 to 2. Okay. 1 to 2. I am drawing a particular figure 1 to 2. It is 1 to 2. 3 paths are there. 3 paths. First one is 1 to 2 L. 1 to 2 anything L. And 2 to 1. 2 process are there. 2 to 1. 3 to 2 process, that is N and M. Okay. PV diagram. 2. I am drawing a particular system performing from state 1 to 2. 1 to 2. It is reversible process. First process 1 to 2 through L and reversible by N. Second process 1 to 2 by L and reversible by M. Okay, two processes, two cycle process are drawn in the figure. So for the first process, we can write the equation as, for the first process, that is first process 1 L 2 M1 2 through M. First for the first process through M. The അങ്ങോട്ട് പോയത് equal to ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നു. For reverse process, the total energy change is equal to 0 1. For total heat transfer equal to 0 for a reverse process. Forward equal to reverse. That is the reverse process, right? Forward equal to reverse. Or we can write the total energy equal to 0. Upward plus minus equal to 0. That is integral 1 to 2 through L dq by t plus for 2 to 1 through M dq by t equal to 0. As I say, for a reversible process, for a cyclic reversible process, a summation of dq by t equal to 0. So by applying that procedure in the particular equation, equal to 0. That is first process. For second process, 1 L to N1. 1 to L to N1. So for these cases, 1 to 2 of L dq by t plus 2 to 1 of N dq by t equal to 0. That is second process. So 1 minus 2. What is 1 minus 2 here? What is 1 minus 2? 1 minus 2. That particular, this is same equation. This is same equation. So by substituting the equation, it will get cancelled. It will get cancelled. So the second equation will be remaining. So the only this equation will be remaining. That is 2 to 1 of N M dq by t minus 2 to 1 of N dq by t equal to 0. Or we can equate it. E minus we can write 2 to 1 dq by t equal to 2 to 1 dq by t of M and N. So it is clear that the energy, the total energy for a reversible process, either it occur through N path or M path, the total energy is same. Path ഏതായാലും, any path from 1 to 2 through L and M or through L and N, any path, the total energy for a reversible process is same for M path and N path. So it is clear that the particular entropy value or the particular quantity of energy dq by t, the dq by t value will be same for any path. So dq by t not changes according to path. Not change according to path. It only depend on initial and final process 1 to 2. It will only depend on initial and final point. Initial and final point, that is 1 and 2. Initial and final point is 1 and 2. So it is clear that it is a point function. It is a point function. It will depend on that particular 1 point, initial point and final point only. So the particular quantity, that particular function depends on initial and final point. This is a path point function, dependent point function, and that quantity is called as entropy. dq by t is called as entropy. Okay, dq by t is particular process and it's called as, hence it represents a property of a system at a point function, and the particular property is known as dq by t is called as entropy. So for this class, I am concluding this class, and for this class we have studied about the entropy. What is entropy? Entropy is a quantity of heat. We can show the possibility of conversion of that particular heat into work. Okay, and we can show that particular equation as ds equal to dq by t. dq by t. And what is the how we get the particular dq by t in the equation? That particular Clausius theorem. By Clausius theorem, we will get the particular equation dq by t. So why not dq by t? Thereafter, what is the effect of the dq by t in the case of a point function and path function? whether it depends on a point function or whether it depends on a path function. We have proved that for any path, the particular value doesn't change. So this does not depend on the path followed. If we are taking that particular one to this path, either Q, the energy will be same. So it does not depend upon the path. It does not only depend upon the initial point and final point, or the two-state point 1 and 2 only. So this is called as path function. But sorry, point function, and the particular quantity which depends on that particular point function is called entropy, that is dq by t. So that is for the particular